Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is well. I know it's first day of June. Happy Pride Month, first and foremost. Happy Pride Month to everybody. Normally, I would say to those who celebrate, everybody should be celebrating the right for all beautiful humans to exist and thrive and live and be happy and safe. So happy Pride Month to everyone. I am happy to be here. I know sometimes Sunday afternoons in June are busy with parties. So in case I don't catch people here in the mid-afternoon, but you're watching later, I will be live at 9 p.m. tonight just to say thank you, doing free yes or no's, just tarot card pulls. I did them last night. I'll do them again tonight. I might be doing something with TikTok as well. And after this is over, I'm gonna have a premiere about Jupiter in Cancer. So there is a video going to premiere at 3 p.m., which is approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes from now. So that we can go over what Jupiter in Cancer is going to look like, what you can expect from it. So it's a busy day for me, but if it's a busy day for you, you can always watch everything in the replay. I'm going to go over all 12 signs, and I'm going to look at messages from your guide. I'm going to look at love or communication, whether that's romantic love or whatever kind of love, but it's going to be love, relationship, communication. Hi, Alicia. And hi, Juan. It's going to be also like work, career, upgrading, money, that kind of stuff. And so I am I'm gonna go backwards today because it feels that kind of day. So we are gonna start with Pisces. Let me just ask Pendulum. Uh, I should we go backwards today? Should we do Pisces first? Should we do Pisces first or should we go Aries first? Okay, should we go Aries first? See, I listen. I'm willing to listen. They're saying Aries first. I felt very called to use these today. These are I was want to call them the Pulp Fiction Tarot, but they're just the Pulp Tarot. Um, so if you have first house sun, first house placements, if you are heavy Aries energy, then take what resonates. Don't take anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Don't take on anything that makes you feel fear, that dysregulates you or causes intrusive thoughts. Your guides will get you the messages you're supposed to hear, so it might not be for the signs you associate with your placements. But even if it is in the signs, your guides also don't want you to take on fear. The whole point of, especially my platform, is to empower you, not to fearmonger you. So only take what resonates and only take what feels like it's right for you. Okay. Aries. Also, I'm having a flash sale literally for 3 days. I'm not going to extend it past that because the readings are very inexpensive. Um, but all of that can be found on my website. The 15-minute, I think, is $26 for a tarot reading, which is super cheap. But Jupiter is benefic, and I feel like giving back right now. So I'm doing the free yes or no's later, and I'm running the flash sale. There's also $150 off 30-minute astrology appointments, and there is a $44 30-minute one. And the link for that is in the description box. Okay. Aries, what is the message from the guides for Aries? First house placements. Thank you for keeping time, Juan. What is message for Aries from their guides? What do they need to know right now? I feel like I'm in a time, and I don't say stuff like that, but I feel like I'm in like some kind of like a time bucket, if that makes any sense. Hi, little wave. Okay. So we have the Chariot in reverse. I know there's some place that you're dying to go. Don't force it, Aries. When I get the Chariot in reverse, there's some place you're dying to go. There's some place that probably feels aligned to go. But what this is saying is like, when it's time. The thing about the Chariot in this one, it's a really, really cool fucking like 1960s Chariot. But when we are looking at the Chariot, normally what we have are a black and a white Sphinx, and it's supposed to represent the polarities and how you're supposed to let universe go, because not everything can just go the way that you want it or the way that you expect it, that there is something else that has to be done before you can just let that Chariot go. And so when it's upside down, it's just, you're going to get there. It's on the table, it can turn, but let's not rush it, okay? Let's see. What do we get? Messages about love. It's coming though, Aries. Whatever this is, you're on the right path, but like there's something that feels forced right now. It'll feel less forced. Wait for that. Okay. This might have to do with like love, relationship, communication, because the Tower card just came out. And then we have the Page of Swords. Okay. You might receive a piece of information. I have the Page of Swords and the Tower. You might receive a piece of information, or a piece of information might come in concerning some kind of relationship, communication, something that's close to your heart, whether it's romantic or not. This either needs to crumble something down, because for me, the Tower card is not bad. It's Uranus moving something out of the way that all parties involved are either fearful to move, or worried about what's on the other side, or anti-conflict, it's trauma response, whatever it is. But when we have the Page of Swords here in reverse, you're probably going to get a bit of misinformation. Might be sold to you like 100% they're giving you facts, but I don't think it is. We're gonna have this has two possible situations here. One is that nothing's gonna, like, this isn't the big this isn't gonna break down a healthy, good relationship, because it's gossip, because it's here, because it's not right, because somebody has gotten it, they think they've gotten it firsthand when they've gotten it through the telephone game. The other thing is that whatever this is, it needs to be said to knock down. Hi, sunless. It needs to be there to knock down the obstacle, because the Tower isn't your stability. The Tower isn't your home. The Tower isn't the thing you have to worry about losing. The Tower is the obstacle. Whenever you see the Tower card, you should think of the song I Can See Clearly Now the Rain Is Gone, because the card after the Tower card is the healing card. It's the star. It's the wish fulfillment. The Tower is in the way. We should never be like, it's the Tower. I hate every kind of movie, TV show. It makes me crazy when they read tarot on anything, even if it's updated for some reason. They're like, ooh, the Tower. That's not the Tower. The Tower is not the Tower just means an obstacle is getting moved out of your way. And for whatever reason that people had a resistance to moving it themselves, universe is going to come in and do it for you. But this may be connected to the Chariot being in reverse, Aries. But this Page of Swords to me is information you're getting on the internet, on social media, on stuff like that. When it's upside down, it's crazy wrong. It's hearsay, it's gossip, it's extrapolation, it's part assumption, something. But whatever this is going to make whoever is fragile that needs to get out of the way, or I don't know what your exact situation is, Aries. It's going to, don't let the anxiety get to you. Don't let the nervous thing get to you. Don't force anything. Everything's going to come down in its own time. And I'm trying to remember who said it. Some great, I don't know if we should say great. Some famous person, so not like me. Juan will know. Some famous person once said, don't get in the way of your enemy when they're making a mistake. That's what I'm getting. Don't forget that in Saturn and Neptune and Aries, especially as they conjunct, which they are now, they're going to conjunct and then go into retrograde in 4 weeks. People be telling on themselves. People will be telling on themselves. You could just sit back and pop some popcorn, okay? Let's look at work, promotion. No, it isn't the art of war. It's somebody else. I think I wish it was that, because then I could say it was some great. I love that book. No, it's like Stalin or some terrible person. It's okay. For work, promotion, career, money, you got the Empress card. Not only did you get the Empress card, she a bad bitch. What are you? I'm a bitch. What kind of bitch are you? I'm a bad bitch. If anybody's ever seen the video with the little girl dressed up like a witch for Halloween. No, wasn't Churchill either. It's funny because I just said never get in the way of an enemy while they're making a mistake. Like, you're gonna be able to sit back and can we look at the Empress? It's a whole vibe for you right now, Aries. You know, Aries is a little competitive. I would know if anybody's ever played game night with me, you would know. Um, and sometimes the way that comes to Aries' detriment is that it makes them crazy when because they're also advocate energy. So it makes them crazy when they see somebody getting a pass that they know is just absolutely fucking awful. And so sometimes they might be overzealous in trying to prove somebody else wrong when they could just kind of, it was Napoleon. Thank you. I knew it was somebody terrible. And I knew it was that time frame. But yeah, it's a whole vibe for you, Aries. Let other people tell on themselves. And don't be in such, oh my goodness, yeah. Don't be in such a rush. Don't force it. It's gonna happen on its own, and then everything's gonna open up for money, for love, and just in general in life. Feels like you got some big changes. Doesn't surprise me. It's gonna feel like Aries season for the next 3 years for sure, and continue on another 11 after that, because Neptune Neptune and Aries will be 14 years. And that's not just like truth and lies and spiritual stuff and music. Neptune is culture. So it's going to wash over that. Aries energy is going to wash over everything in a way that we need it right now. Okay. Taurus. What would I do without a wand? I was up all night editing the Jupiter in Cancer video. I sped it up just a little bit, so it's a little less long for you all to watch. But it's packed. It's packed. Okay. Taurus. Oh, Taurus season is freshly over. But the verdant, lush environments of spring moving into summer is all around us. Taurus lingers, doesn't it? It's stubborn. It's like, it might be, my season might be over, but I'm going to leave reminders of myself fucking everywhere. Okay. What does the Justice card keep showing itself? When it pops out, it pops out. What do Taurus and second house placements, guides, you have a Venus run chart, Venus final dispositor. What do they want you to know? Oh, I know what I should do. Da, da. I should do with this. Nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm out of faith. I don't know what that's about. This is how I feel. What the heck is that? I don't know if that's for somebody in Taurus. I'm pinning a comment. Oh, it would have been good to have coffee with me. I was not that bright this afternoon. I have Natalie Imbruglia torn stuck in my head. I'm not sure if that means anything to anybody. If it's for anybody, it's not for me. Okay. Taurus, you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. You might get approached with a love offer. Hello, Shauna. I have my Phoebe Sticky Shoes voice. Sticky shoes, why you always stick on me? If you know, you know. You have Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Let me show you these fabulous cards. Page of Cups is I really like your shoes. Instead of I'm so crazy about you and I don't have the nerve to ask you out. So Page of Cups can be a little shy, it can be less mature energy. The pages are, you know, it goes in stages of maturity, development, and longevity, or you know, through the court cards. And we have an Eight of Pentacles here. Page of Cups can also be an apology. This is going to go one or two ways, Taurus. Either there is someone you are being my shoes with, you being a little maybe holding back, that you are hoping they might even be flirting and you don't know, and you also are flirting in a way that they don't know. That's the irony. I'm feeling like you're kind of flirting and they're kind of flirting, and you're both so brilliantly fucking awkward that neither of you know the other is flirting. You both think that you're sending clear signals. No. Whatever this is, it will work. It will work. This also could be you are about to get very busy, but with something that you love. And I don't know that you knew that you were going to love this thing so much. Something got you busy, whether that was something that you had to take for supplemental income, whether it was something that somebody asked you to do, help with. And this is going to, you'll be like, okay, I'll do it. And it is a gateway into something you end up doing. You end up loving doing. Okay, let's pull for love and relationships, communication, all that stuff. This is good if you are second house placements for sun, moon, rising, the huge. Also, if there's a reading that you listen to and it's not your sign, but it feels like it's your stuff, your guides will get you to the readings that you're supposed to get to. Nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. Cold night, get on the floor. Whatever the next line is that I'm only getting humming for because they keep getting stuck, and I know that song very well. I don't. That's for somebody. What did I say? I said if she wants to come out, she'll come out. I kept seeing her with during the shuffles. Okay, so you have justice in a relationship communication, which means something you've either been patient for, you have literally been doing the work on you instead of maybe just grabbing it and saying mine, 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 down, 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 as a Taurus might. I like it. I want to touch it. I licked it. It's mine. Right. So instead of doing it that way, there's some kind of work you done on yourself. This is bringing justice. And I don't normally read the splits, but I just did this. And because this card is coming up after I kept seeing it in the shuffles, I decided to look. We have Wheel of Fortune and Four of Wands. Whether this is a relationship that you've been working on yourself and now something's coming back around, or this is just the kind of something's going to come in that's finally the kind of relationship you deserve. And I mean that in a lovely way. Let's just grab a second card for that. Yeah. I'm all out of faith. Didn't know he was burning home. I don't know him anymore. That's the line. I don't know him anymore. And I know he's Yep. Nothing's right, I'm torn. Can't get it out of my head. Hopefully something else comes in and gets it out of my head. So that's annoying for me. Okay, another card for Taurus for love, second house placements, sun, moon, rising. This is like last night too. Stuff was coming in and out. Even though I was going free card pulls, I had to get in and out of people's energy. But everything's been very quick since Neptune moved into Aries for me, and I'm not mad at it. Okay. We have a Two of Wands. This is going to mean two things regarding a relationship. One, you're going to choose what you're most passionate about, and you get to make that choice. If you don't, you will not settle. A. B, this might be a long distance person, or there may be travel involved. You guys might be a little bit long distance, but it's what you want, and you don't feel like you have to settle anymore. And guess what? You don't. I love it for you, Taurus. Yeah, but it's the I don't know. Used to lie, but I don't know him anymore. That's the line that keeps jumbling in my head. When I saw a man brought to life, that didn't do. He was dignified. Taught me what it was to do. You couldn't be that man that I adored. That part. Do, 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 do. Heart is for. You don't know what your heart is for. And I don't know him anymore. I don't know who that's for, but now that I finally figured out the annoying in my head and what the lyrics are supposed to be, I just got a full body chill and I feel like I can stop humming it. Yay, Susie. Y'all think all these gifts are fun to have 24/7, but when I turn them on lately, because I have really good boundaries and I don't walk around like a New York City cab with an on duty light. Actually, they turn their lights off once in a while. So then when I do turn it fully on to do something like this, it's just a line of them waiting to be like, hey, you were off duty. Are you open now? Okay. Work communication Monday. Norman's on sabbatical, honey. Okay. And then we're going to switch cards, I think, because I just got my first clue that this deck is served its purpose. Okay, we have an Ace of Wands up. Don't dip your ink in the, don't dip your pen in the company ink. Don't dip your pen in the company ink. That's one. That's the part, Shauna. What else do we have for money and career? Careful about, you know, brown chicken, brown cow with anybody that you work with, work for, works under you, or over you, whether you're a bottom or a top at work. Don't be. Okay, that's definitely something. And for Taurus, Seven of Cups. Okay. It careful in the line between reality and your choices here. There may feel there's a snake in the boot, in the cup. See him? They don't need to see my nails, they need to see the dang cup. So the Seven of Cups is somebody who kind of wants all of the, it's Mars and or Venus and Scorpio, but they want all the things, but some of them are kind of tricks. It also could be fantasy, a little delulu. It's wanting what reality can't really deliver a lot of times. With the Ace of Wands upside down, it may feel like something is driving you at the core. But there's a caution here. Everything else is great, but there's a caution. It almost looks like you're gonna make like a department change, like a building change, or a whole career change, but you gotta change your working environment because this does not look healthy. That might just be a little warning. Or it might be like a boil your bunny situation with whoever this is at work. All right, let's try this. Let's try to get a whole three. And then I'm gonna switch over with my Pride Tarot local to me. It should be. It should not be far away. I have a Love is Luck love deck, which I'm not seeing right off the top of my head, but I also have a Pride deck, and that one I can see right. So to celebrate Pride. Gemini, happy Gemini season. You're getting a new start on something old that you have a revived passion for. Major Arcana. We have the Death card and the Page of Wands. And we've gone over the page. Page is like less. So when we get a Page of Wands, it could be like starting something all over again or starting something new that but we're excited about. It's wands, it's action. We are moving. We're not just thinking about it. We're being about it, right? And with the Death card here, it's Scorpio. It's very Phoenix. It's very dive down. And I think Shauna's being a wise ass little wave. I wouldn't worry about it. Pretty sure she's being a wise ass. The Death card here with the Page of Wands means it's what I'm getting is almost like Gemini, somebody wanted you to do this and you were like, I'll do what I want. I don't want to do that just because you think it's a good idea for me. I don't want to I don't want to, you know, I don't feel like this right now. I thought I wanted it, but I don't. Something's coming back around and it's on your own volition and you do have a little like curiosity for it and you want to start it. This is a fresh approach. It doesn't necessarily mean a relationship. I think it's more this could even be something esoteric, Gemini. This could be something in this new world. This could be also, I don't know why I'm getting like marketing or finance around this too for someone. I don't know who, but there is something that's going to come back. And what's nice is this is for the next 2 weeks. So as Jupiter leaves Gemini, an opportunity might come up for you, Gemini, to let you back into something. And you thought that ship sailed, and I don't think it did. Hey, Will, how are you? Happy to have you here. Okay. Let's pull for love, communication, relationship. What's happening? Going down. I know this looks weird what I'm doing with my hands under the desk, but I'm cleaning my glasses because all of a sudden I can't see shit. I can't see shit. Okay. So that is good. That is, we just got the Eight of Swords, but it was upside down. So this means there's a relationship, a connection, communication that you're stressing over. That stress is either ending or that your guide's telling you you don't have to stress. I feel like I'm just hearing it now. Gemini, take the chance. Don't look at how things went last time with whatever this resurrection is for you, Gemini. What else do we have for like, look, okay. Huh. Okay. It's a not your circus, not your monkeys, Gemini. There's somebody that you're not supposed to worry about. Part of that is money, but the other part is like they may feel out of balance or you're worried what happens next. I almost feel like something's coming for you that's supposed to, and somehow you're worried about how that's going to adversely affect the other person when that's not your job, not your monkey, not your circus. And this is, it almost feels like an old relationship that you're supposed to let go of, Gemini. It's not, you're supposed to not be balancing everything for them. Okay. Ooh. Gemini. What is going on for you for career, money? Now we're going to move over the Pride Tarot. Gemini, you got your own dang card. Now listen, whenever you get your own card in a reading, it is very, very strong. It means like this is a big theme. This is a big like energy. This is probably something's going to happen. It's kind of like in astrology when something happens on an angle, you're going to see it happen. It's not going to be subtle. So we have a choice here. It's funny, both Taurus and Gemini are getting like brown chicken, brown cow cards for work and money. What's that about, Gemini? What you doing? Another card. There's a choice here because you know, rightly so. Okay, yeah. You're going to have an opportunity to work with a group of people to do a group project. I think you are supposed to do that and your own thing. Work on both. And again, here's more energy. The Seven of Wands in reverse. You don't have to advocate for everybody. Make sure you're advocating for yourself. Gemini can overthink what other people are thinking of them. And so sometimes that makes them advocate for other people more than they advocate for themselves. And then, you know, they get quiet when they have to stick up for themselves. Don't worry about other people, especially when that worry is based out of just making sure that they're not mad at you, that you don't think that you're always in trouble. Okay, let's move over to the Pride Tarot. Okay. Makes perfect sense. Why am I getting I'm not singing that song no more. Okay, Cancer, or as Lori Rivers likes to say, Cancer. She's so great. My whole life has been upgraded, both personal and professional, because of her. And if you're not following her on Patreon, what are you even doing? Where are you at? Cancer, you have Two of Swords and you have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a situation in your life where with the Two of Swords, always we see, not always, depending on the card illustration, but a lot of times we see somebody with the crisscross swords. Say that 3 times fast when you're from New York. And it's like, is it a yes or a no? Is it a left or a right? Is it a good or a bad, right? And that's not the thing. Often they have a blindfold on. We're supposed to look inward. It's not about the obvious. And there's a third way. And we get to that third way from using our own intuition and not being pigeonholed by the choices, 1 or 2 that are given to us. Along with this card, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And there's only one way that I like the Four of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. Because this is the mind, down, you know, attachment issues. So while you're getting rid of attachment issues, something else becomes clear. A third way to a problem that's been brewing becomes very clear. Whatever kind of, and when Cancer works on attachment, that is the PhD course of being a Cancer. So whatever the attachment is that you've been trying to work on, this is your sign from your guides to keep working on that, because whatever there feels like a, do I do this, or do I say the thing? Do I not say the thing? There's a third way. And as you let go of the attachment, you may not feel like such a hard decision has to be made, or that either of the decisions that you think it is, there won't be, there'll be a third way. There is a Cancer new moon in the beginning of July. This could tie into that. Whatever this is happening. And that's when Neptune and Saturn are also now in retrograde. And Uranus will be ready to move into Gemini. All happens really around the same time. And so, is it the end? It's the end of June, the new moon in Cancer. And so, and then those other guys are ready to go retrograde. I think whatever this is, work on attachment from now until then, and this will be really clear for you. It'll be really clear for you. And peaceful. It'll be a more peaceful, it won't be an anxiety ridden. Most Cancers have some kind of Gemini energy. And then they overfeel and overthink. It's fun until you heal that shit, right? Okay. Ooh, Mr. Lover Lover. That's what I just heard. Sexy undercover. Mr. Bombastic. Oh, that's interesting. Of course, it comes out during Cancer. Cardinal seasons, cardinal signs. They're frisky. All right, so we have a Tower upside down and a Seven of Cups upside down. I've already talked about the Tower. And I've already talked about the Seven of Cups. So when we have these both in reverse, there may be something that you thought had to be this big dramatic moment to like move something along in a relationship, or that was going to, or your lived experience and your trauma response and your relationship PTSD, which Cancer usually has plenty. You thought that this big kind of like moment was like destined to happen because things are like going okay right now. This may be specifically for Cancers that have been cheated on or felt like somebody made a different choice besides you, or like, two people were an option and they picked the other person. When I get the Seven of Cups upside down, for me, that is like, there's not seven choices, there's one choice. And it feels like the one choice is you, Cancer. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop, but you don't have to. Keep working on your attachment too. That'll even help with this. Relax and get out of the idea that you have to wait for the other shoe to drop, and whatever the other choices were, there isn't, there's just you. And the more you understand that too, any old struggles with insecurities, it just helps everything. I don't know how else to say that. I feel like it helps everything. Like the attachment of, it doesn't matter who they pick, because if you're not picked, then that wasn't the right one, right? Mr. Lover Lover. Woo! Sexy undercover. I call him Mr. Bombastic. Wanna. Y'all got I feel like a psychic jukebox for you all today. Okay. For work, money. Oh, well, isn't that nice? Ain't that nice? You got the happy ending card, Cancer. So for elevation, advancement, career, money, just that 10th house, moving on up like the Jeffersons. Oh, We've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. I don't think I've ever gotten that together. Like picking the right fruit, whatever work you've been putting in, whatever, you get to enjoy it. I think that this is the nicest Cancer reading we've had in a really, really long time. Yeah, you get to, 9 of Pentacles is you are the abundance. For me, that's like the mini Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is like the mini Empress. But like you get to cash in. 9 of Pentacles is very like you get a pentacle and you get a pentacle. Like it's good. It's all the hard work paying off. You get to pick the fruits of your labors, work you put in. But the 10 of Pentacles, that's the nice. That is the happy ending card. It could be too that money helps facilitate some relationship stuff too, getting that card. Like if families have to be blended and stuff like that, but it takes money. Okay. Leo, where are you at? Your message from your guides. That's too many, although I want to take that. If it's supposed to come out, it will. We all saw what happened with the Justice card. We are on Leo. Okay. Stop it. Okay, the card I wanted to take for Leo was also the 10 of Pentacles. You got 3 for your universe message. Your message from your guides. We have 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and then the 10 of Wands in reverse. Or sorry, 9 of Wands in reverse. You can put your defenses down, Leo. There is the stability that you were looking for here. Whatever here is, whatever is going on for you. I think that, Leo did not want to be in a position to take help at some point, but they did, and now they're able to help others. There's reciprocity here, there's stability, and you actually can let your defenses down. These readings are top tier today. Not one of you got read to filth. I mean, Taurus and Gemini got to get told to not dip the company pen in the company ink or however that goes. But that just means there's some like hubba at work, something interesting while you're stacking dollars. But I mean, no, these readings are very nice. Okay, Leo, what you got for relationship if that's your guides card? That's Pride deck. Should use this every time. The Magician. Okay, some kind of relationship. Somebody manifested you or you manifested some kind of relationship. This could be from the work that you did on yourself, because most likely when a good relationship comes in, it's because the work you did on yourself. It doesn't just come in because you say, Alakazam, I want Paul Rudd. It doesn't happen that way. And I'm pretty fucking metaphysical, but it still don't happen that way. You gotta do work on yourself too. Okay. We have an Ace of Swords. Okay, so we have universe kind of giving their blessing, but this is an epiphany. This is an understanding. This is something that you manifest and work towards. And, manifestations don't work unless we work on our own self-worth, because we know manifestation works unless you think you're worthy of the manifestation. So when your intrusive thoughts disrupt your manifestation, when your dysregulated nervous system interrupts your manifestation, that is why sometimes you're like, I've been manifesting that thing forever, it still hasn't come. You have to feel worthy. So when I said I feel like this is work on you did on yourself, it is. You will absolutely just have the knowing when this thing comes in, and you'll be able to, like, universe is putting their kind of like blessing. It's almost ordained. I hate that word because I'm fallen Catholic. I've deconstructed that kind of stuff, but universe is like, yes, because that's universe's hand. It's a gift. It's a gift, but it's also something that you brought in because you feel worthy of it. That's a beautiful relationship. This is probably with somebody very smart, Leo. And you'll kind of know when you meet them. I don't think you saw this person coming. Okay, let's look for work, money. I can't get that. Norman's on sabbatical, honey. Have you not seen No Way Home? No Way Home is excellent, excellent movie. Anything with Willem Dafoe, Gary Oldman, Christopher Walken, can't be bad. Okay. Work, money, life elevation, career. What do we got? All right, ding dong, the asshole's dead. Uh, there is somebody at work that was full of themselves, working out of ego. They are either leaving or being made to leave, but or shifting departments or something. Hey, if you work for the government, that's just, that's just Doge. That's just Doge taking a dump. Um, uh, the ego, maniacal unpleasantries brought on by somebody specific at work is over. Like I said, ding dong, the asshole's gone. So, and for all of my lovely clients and community that work for the government and have been listing the 5 productive things they've done every week, congratulations to you. Special K-boy is out of here. Okay. I mean, you got Donald Jr. doing bumps on camera. Special K-boy rolling his eyes back. He could not even keep his eyes focused. That is a clown show. It should not be funny. It's, kind of, they're doing important stuff. Anyway, Leo, the other thing happening at work is to bring your ideas in a way where you are not forcing them. There's promotion available here, but it has to be done slow because they just got rid of somebody that was really overly confident, overly sure of themselves, and overly an asshole. So your ideas will be honored and listened to and everything else, but you're gonna have to be gentle. Don't be the Kool-Aid man coming through the door with those ideas, but start planting them. Start planting them, writing them down, email suggestions, not this is what we need to do. That's going to get you a promotion later on down the line, Leah. Okay. Virgos. How my Virgos? I got quite a few in there. This is, by the way, this is talking about enhanced personalities. I'm on 90-minute sleep, which actually makes this whole thing better because it just has, it's a better connection that way, believe it or not. So I'm just like, as my mom would say, punch drunk and on my second wind. So this is how I should do all the readings. We're flying through, we're on time. And they're very succinct and they're good. Okay. Virgos. You got the South Node running through, so don't forget whatever easy tool it is, feels like to pick up when something's going wrong, just consider to pick up the tool that feels a little bit more challenging. But, Virgo's the best at that. You'll pick up the whichever one makes you better tomorrow than you were today. But once in a while in this, 18-month time span that you have the South Node running through your Virgo placements, also this is good for 6th house placements, Virgo rising. When you're having it go through that house or whatever, the things that just annoy you and you just don't want to deal with it. That sometimes is also what the South Node in Virgo will bring you. Okay. Reminder that at 3 o'clock, there will be a live premiere on Jupiter in Cancer. I will be in the comments to answer anything. There's a slideshow. I give you the dates for the last 5 times Jupiter was in Cancer. So you can look back and see what was happening in your life. And I go through all the houses. So that's a good one. Don't miss it. All right. And I'm having a flash sale. That's pinned. I'm not saying it every 5 minutes. Having a very good flash sale. It's pinned. You can go clickety click and it's easy as pie to know what that is. Okay. We have 4 Virgos, the Tower upside down. I'm not gonna lie, Virgo, you're waiting on something to happen so that you don't have to be the bad guy. You don't have to be the bad guy. And you're gonna have to wait a little longer. There's a little delay in the justice. Justice is coming in whatever situation this is. Someone or something's got to get moved out of the way. I think it's a someone. It will happen. I think you think something's going to make it happen. Kind of like every time we're waiting for, like, that has to be it, right? That's clearly clear and present danger. The military is going to do their job any second now and remove that administration. And we're like, no, really? Seriously? Still no? That might be what this feels like for you on a personal basis, but I'm supposed to tell you that justice is coming. It's not the Tower moment you think it's going to be, but it will happen. Okay, what do we have for love and relationships? Okay. We either have a threesome. Make sure you have rules. It's Virgo. I mean, that's a possibility. And then we have a lovely 9 of Pentacles again. So while we have this like 9 of Pentacles, it's a very fertile energy. Why, in case you don't want to be fertile right now. But this is celebration. This is reunion often too. Again, this feels like, and it makes sense for my community. If I'm reading for you, you're somebody who's working on yourself. This is being able to reap the fruit, pick the fruit of your labors. Somebody may be becoming single and you're actually able to like share it with others. Like you might have a connection with somebody that you haven't been able to share. There's a patience also in the 9 of Pentacles because you have the patience to grow the crops to pick later. You let them fully mature. You don't rush it. And this is paying off. I think for some of you, somebody that there's a connection, but you left it alone because they weren't really truly available. They become available and you can actually like celebrate that connection out loud. Let's look at money and career and elevation in life and all that good stuff. For Virgo. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands and the Sun card. So, you may have to do public speaking. You may be asked to give a talk, a lecture, one of those. It's the moon and the Queen of Wands. Okay. So it is a full moon though. This is a full moon. So the elevation, the passion, you're going to get promoted, whether it's you, I feel like you're going to get tested. This will be very interesting for the Sag moon, because that is squaring. So you're probably going to get like a challenge or a test. This is to see if you can go into possible promotion or managerial. But please, if you're watching this and you have Virgo placements or 6th house placement and something happens around that Sag moon where you're asked to pitch in and speak, do a lecture or step in for somebody. I feel like you're going to get tested and they want to see how you're going to do. Queen of Wands, as far as promotion, is excellent. And if that's money, then you have to go to your deepest truth and only pursue what you're super passionate, confident, and skilled about, and it will pay off. Okay. You're giving a talk Tuesday at work. Is it about what a douche that Elon Musk is? Because if it is, could you record that and email it to me? Okay. Libras. Ooh, you have a Knight of Swords and the Death card. Okay. You have something coming back around, and somebody's going to come in and Libras, you're going to know, because you're going to feel like somebody wants to say something to you or is going to say something to you, and then they kind of stop short of it. And you are very clear that they were just about to say something to you. There is something about to be resurrected. And this is almost like a victory death card here. Somebody's not telling you something, because again, this feels very much like Aries, like don't interfere when your enemies are about to make a mistake. The thing that you want to come back is coming back. Be patient for the thing that somebody wants to come in and say to you and tell you. You already know it anyway. You don't need that for this thing to come back. You feel like it's gonna, if that's the thing if that's not the thing you're waiting to hear, and it won't make a difference because this thing is coming to you. All right, let's look at love. Ooh, reciprocity in love and the Hermit upside down. Okay. Somebody who's been not returning your serve, somebody who's been giving you 2 words for your every 2 paragraphs is finally going to come out of their shell, give you their real feelings. There's no other way to read this, and give you reciprocity in your communication. You know, this could also be if you have a teenage kid and they're just like giving you 1 word to your 2 paragraphs, and now they're all of a sudden going to like, they're out of their funk or whatever. But whoever this is, whether this is a love relationship or just any communication relationship, they come out of their shell, they're hiding. They were in their inner wisdom, in their little ghosty thing. That was about them. That wasn't about you, but you're finally going to get the reciprocation and communication and possibly in feelings that you've been waiting on. Not so shabby for Libra, especially with all of your shit getting squared. Sometimes those challenges bring the best rewards, because you're going to have Jupiter and Cancer and all the stuff in Aries. One's going to oppose and one's going to square. Okay. They're being quiet at work to you. You do not feel like you're getting feedback. You might not feel like you know where you're at work, which feels unfair. What else do we have for Libra at work? Ace of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. That's the 3rd time 10 of Pentacles came out this reading. That's very unusual. I usually get very excited because we rarely see that card. With Ace of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles, especially because they came out together. Don't worry about what you're not hearing. Don't go searching out the feedback or the approval or anything. Because yeah, this, whatever's going on at work, it works. The 10 of Pentacles. There's no other. It's 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. This works out. Somebody needs to have a realization about what kind of worker you are or what kind of an asset you are, and they will, and it works out. You're just dealing with people who just don't. You might be working for Scorpios. They'll give you what they want to give you, how much they want to give you, when they want to give you. They're just not going to overly give you constant feedback. Okay. So don't worry, don't feel like you're people pleasing for nothing or anything, or that you're doing extra for nothing. You will get noticed, but we're just waiting for that person to have the realization. They're sus as fuck. It might be Scorpio that you're dealing with. Okay. Scorpio, speaking of you, what is going on? This is when the astrology really shows up. Nine of Pentacles again, and now we have the Ace of Pentacles. You might get a money gift, Scorpio. Universe might send you a stroke of luck for new stability. They may give you an opportunity, a window of new stability or money, but whatever you've been patient about, you get to, that is happening. You're not crazy. I know you're waiting for it to all burn down, but with the Ace of Pentacles here, I don't think so. Ace of Pentacles is like the beginning of the stability journey. But this is something that's going to come in and do you a favor, stroke of luck, opportunity. You know, Jupiter and Cancer is going to, I love you more to your Scorpio signs. Okay, let's see what's happening in love for Scorpio. Knight of Wands. It's the panty dropper. Mr. Boombastic. Sexy undercover. That is, maybe that song was for Scorpio. You coming along with the Knight of Wands and the Fool. Okay. That is falling in love. Could it be falling in love? Yep. Sometimes you get the brown chicken, brown cow for people that aren't necessarily a good match. This is falling in love and the excitement. Sometimes that doesn't line up. This is, you get both. You get both. And that Nine of Wands, that Knight of Wands is in the upright, which means if you are someone that like needs a very specific kind of person to like feel sexually attracted, this person's going to do it for you. This is, I mean, the Fool and the Knight of Wands. There's no other way to read that. And are you going to take the risk? I think you will. I think you will. What's going on for you at work, Scorpio? What's going on for you at work? Whatever arguing, fighting, conflict, that is over. We have the Five of Wands, or there's, okay. So we have the Three of Cups and the Three of Swords also coming out with the Five of Wands. There's inner conflict about possibly maybe feeling like leaving your colleagues that you love working with. I don't think that you're going to have inner conflict about it anymore. This might be also having to give notice to someone that you also like have grown a personal relationship with, but it feels like you just kind of know that you have to do it at this point. Or this is somebody you thought you had to leave a job that you love and you won't. Either way, there's no conflict around this. You know, you're going to have to maybe make a little sting here, but they are still going to be happy for you in the end. Just rip off the Band-Aid, Scorpio. You can do that. You're plenty equipped. Okay. Sagittarius. Right. Don't worry, Juan. We have a 2-minute buffer on the premiere. Okay. Ooh, we haven't gotten this one all dang day. And it's my favorite love card. Sagittarius, Two of Cups, Venus in Cancer. And the Emperor. Okay. Somebody's going to come in and match your confidence, your fire, your interest. They're not going to talk to you about the weather. They're going to have existential conversation. They're not going to be scared of the fact that everybody looks at you and you look at everybody else, but it doesn't mean that you love everybody else. This is somebody confident enough to stand next to you. It is reciprocal. I like it. This is not your love reading, but it is. You're just going to get 2 love readings, Sagittarius. Ooh, the Emperor and the Two of Cups. For a fire sign? All right. What is going on for love for Sagittarius? Okay, that was too many. If I could find my love is love deck, I would switch, but I don't know where that is. And we don't have time for me to look for it. Okay. Hermit upside down. Yeah, I can't believe this. All right. You got the Ten of Cups and the Hermit upside down. Got the Emperor and the, this is just a love month for you, Sag. This is the happy ending card in the love relationship reading, along with the Hermit upside down. So again, somebody who was maybe quiet or less open about their feelings, they went in to work on themselves and they're coming back out now, and they're coming back out with this. I mean, there's not a lot that has to be deep dived about that. That is just excellent. Leave me a comment if you're watching this later and you're a Sagittarius, because I might be a little jealous. All right. Cannot believe that. Okay. Work. You got the Hierophant. All right. So this is a colorful Hierophant, but it's still somebody who really wants to be in charge. It's a bit of an ego. So this could be you getting to step into, like, you get to wear the fancy hat and tell everybody what they can do and can't do. But let's pull another card. Or there's somebody you're working for that's like just a little bit over the top, little control freaky, and Sagittarius won't like that. If you know, they need their freedom and their liberation, they need room to grow. So control freaks and Sagittarius usually don't go together. You got to come all the way out. Okay. Yeah, we got a King of Cups. Somebody like is kind of working emotionally, um, instead of and out of their ego, instead of like doing their they're also not, you're working in complete reality. We need a point. I know I'm on, I got 3 signs left, but yeah, there's a way to get this person out of your way, because they are not living in reality, but you are at work and they're kind of in your way of getting shit done and giving yourself growth. But we have that beautiful Two of Swords. There's the third way, and there's a Sagittarius full moon, and I'm sure that third way will come to you right about then. Let's look at Capricorn. Capricorns, how you doing? Was talking to a Capricorn today. My psychic smelly thing was working, and I was like, you good? Okay. Capricorn, what do your guides have to say? Ooh, Nine of Pentacles. Somebody is moving slow and steady, which you don't mind because you're a Capricorn. And a Nine of Cups. This. Oh. Oh. And here's your card coming out. Okay. This came out sideways, the Devil. Something you used to rush into, something like a way that you maybe impress people or whatever. You're going slow and steady. And it's like you're letting the mountain come to Muhammad and you're supposed to be here. Slow and steady is going to win the race, which you know how to be slow and steady, but like the just let me do this because I'll do it the right way thing, you're kind of growing out of that, and you're letting the mountain come to Muhammad so that you're working smart and not hard, because sometimes Capricorn does their work and everybody else's work. They have that in common with Virgo. With your whatever you're doing to get rid of all of your little self-sabotaging habits, because Capricorn likes to be a master of stuff, so it's probably small nuanced stuff only left now. It's going to pay off. 9 of Cups, that's wish fulfillment. That is like the best sense of self-esteem and self-value in a very real way, not in a surface braggadocious way. Okay, 6 of Pentacles could not come out more today, or sorry, 9 of Pentacles. We are reaping rewards, people. The full moon in Sagittarius. It's Jupiterian. Jupiter is going to be in its exaltation when we go into this Sag full moon. And a lot of people are going to be able to benefit off of their hard work. Relationship, 3 of Wands. Okay, so this came out backwards. There's a decision you made long ago that you would like to be able to redo, and you're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to redo your choice in a relationship, whether that was like you made a hard line, Capricorn, because that wouldn't be like you, but in case you did, but you get to pick, you also get to like pick the fruits of your labors right now in a relationship situation, so much so that you can go back like Clark Kent and spin around, fly around the world backwards and go back and make a different choice. Like, I think that you sacrifice things for somebody that wasn't worth it before. And now you wish you would either pick the other person or pick something else about this relationship, and you're going to have the full opportunity to do that. Let's see what's happening with work. No, work. I refuse to come back just to do Aquarius and Pisces. I will be late to my own premiere, and that is that. Okay. Ace of Wands in reverse. Again, Capricorn, do not stick your, whenever I get that for work, that is, don't stick your pen in the company ink. And we have Strength. Okay, this is also for somebody that it's like almost time for you to retire, almost time for you to get out of this. Yeah, we got the Hangman. There's something you've done all you can do in this career, and it is time to move on to do something different or stop working with a certain client, which is what I'm getting for somebody. Just hold on for one more day, like Wilson Phillips, because you will be able to retire. There is an obstacle for a reason. It's helping you. I know it's pissing you off and frustrating you right now, but you do get to be done with whatever it is that you want to be done, because you've reached the max in that position or with that client. Okay, Aquarius. The Empress. Not so shabby. Holy shit. You see me all shuffling. You, Aquarius, you have the Empress, 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. No, the 10 of Cups. Okay, your level of unbothered just brought you like the dream relationship or just inner peace. I think you got rid of the drama person, the person that like always has a problem for all your solutions. This is beautiful. The level of unbothered we should all aspire to be, that Aquarius can just sit in like a boss, like a sexy bitch, like a Mr. Boombastic. Okay. What's your love reading even going to be? That is literally sitting in the best of your energy, because the Empress is like all 4 queens put together with a Venus, getting what you give in love. And this 10 of Cups, this is like we're making the announcement. I am happy. This person is no drama, because otherwise you would not tie them to yourselves, like in public statements and everything. New start, new stability. Yeah. Like social media official. You waited for this. You have the wait is over. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It is time. This is a gorgeous reading for you. Let's see what we have for work for Aquarius. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. Don't pay attention to gossip. It's in reverse. Somebody's going to come in and look like they're impressing everybody at work or do whatever. They're a flash in the pan. Don't even pay attention to them. And what else do we have? Shut the fuck up. Here is also the Ten of Pentacles. Now we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, and you saw that fly out. I am shuffling. I promise you, this isn't a deck of Ten of Pentacles. Look, see, they're all different. Don't worry about the flashy person at work. They're gonna go in and come out. They're like, it's like they are Mr. and Mrs. Sunshine up everybody's butts, and they're gonna, as fast as they come in and impress everybody, they're gonna go out and disappoint everybody. Hi, Maristella. Just in time for Pisces. Are you psychic? We're doing Pisces, and then I have to hop over to my Saturn and Cancer. Nope. Jupiter and Cancer video. You're right on time. Whenever you're here, that's when you're supposed to be. Pisces, Pisces, my lovely Pisces. Your Pisces rising sister was here a little while ago. But she's gone now. She's gone. We're using this deck because I just want to make sure for Pisces. Okay. Pisces, what do your guides have to say? Queen of Cups and the Three of Swords. Okay, so Pisces, there is a situation here where somebody might have hurt you. You are healing a wound. And this is a cautionary tale, not to be so Queen of Cups that you walk back into the wound out of empathy and caring. You don't want to, you don't want to put yourself like, but you also like feel bad or feel, and Pisces, I'm telling you, this is where you want boundaries, because you are not going to be able to change this person. And this person, if they show you change, they front. They fooled themselves. They're fooling everybody else. I don't know which one that is, but you're going to have to be the bad guy. And it's okay to be a bad guy in some people's stories. It really, really is. It really, really is, Pisces. Ghost the fucker. You know how to do that. Okay. What do we have for relationship? This could be, it doesn't have to be romantic, but this is somebody that you always help. And where your guides are saying, no, please. No, thank you. Okay. 5 of Wands in reverse. There is some kind of conflict in a relationship that's going away. So if you've having conflict with somebody in your family, conflict with a friend, a family, a loved one, this is going away. There's a Knight of Wands. This is interesting. You know what, Pisces? There might be somebody that you get weak in the knees for, or weak in the panties for, that's going to try to come back and drop the panties or whatever. And I don't know that you're going to be able to get your little fins up for them. Yeah, they're going to be like bombing you just to see if they could get you. This might be the same thing. But I think you're over it. I think you're completely over it. By the way, I heard the cutest thing, goldfish crackers or goldfish crackers, because the man like worked making crackers. He was like a little baker guy or whatever. He worked for a company, and he wanted to make, his wife loved crackers, and he wanted to make her like a little special cracker for her birthday. And she's a fucking Pisces. That's why goldfish are goldfish. That's why they're fish. Because the goldfish guy made them for his Pisces wife. How cute is that? What do we have for Pisces? Money. Okay, listen. Don't show your ideas to other people. Oh yeah, somebody's being super nice at work and trying to, don't get scammed, feels like the whole theme of this, Pisces. Don't share your ideas. You have amazing ideas. Keep them to yourself. Be careful what you share with other people at work, because they're going to take your ideas and present them as theirs. Especially there's somebody who's like, and careful, there's somebody at work that doesn't drain you all the time with all their problems and you're so nice. All right, I just need like, what's good for Pisces this week besides having boundaries, which is really good. Let's like, something you're waiting for will come in, whether that's like, I feel like it's coming in the mail, or it's like news, or like a notice, or like you got like a loan, or I don't know, there's something you're waiting on. I feel like it comes in the mail or in paper or on your porch or something. I don't know. Okay. I love you. Now you love you. I will be doing free card pulls. There's a flash sale. That's in my on my website as soon as you open it up, and I will be back at 9 p.m. I am hopping over to the live premiere comment section of Jupiter and Cancer. Please watch that. It's packed. And you get to figure out ahead of time what the next year is going to look like for you for that transit. And knowing before you go is the whole beauty of astrology. Thank you for watching. Leave me comments. Bye.